Hey guys, Robert Reed here, and I'm just going to do a quick, well not quick, quite a long video, and it might be emotional, but it's probably going to get to the point where it's going to end up being, well, I'm going to see how it goes out, and if you like it, you like it. So, I'm a victim of appendicitis, so I went through appendicitis, and what I'm going to be basically doing today is basically telling you how I got through appendicitis, what you should do if you have appendicitis, and don't do what I did when I had appendicitis. So it started off with me at home. My stomach was feeling like, it wasn't hurting here, it was just hurting here. I thought I had a stitch there so it wouldn't hurt that much. So I started the day feeling a bit sick, but this was in like 2016, and in that year I'm in year 5 currently right now, and in that year I was in year 4. And I usually, because I hated school, there's nothing good about it. I was quite a mean individual. I was popular, but I had to do bad things to become popular. Never do that. Never do that. I made a grave mistake. Now I've only got a few friends. But yeah, now I've only got a few friends, but I'm not doing anything mean. But I'm still quite popular. But yeah, that happened. Waffling. There's going to be lots of waffling, I expect. So I was usually fake. Because I hated school, I would usually fake it. And just fake being sick, so my mum thought I was still faking, but I was actually suffering from appendicitis at that moment. So I went to school, it was all normal. My mum said she thought I was faking, but we were going to go to Smith's, and then she said, if you go home, because she knew I was faking, she thought I was faking, and she said, if you go home from school, if I hear a thing, but she thought, tactical mum things, what every mum would do, if I go home, I'm just going to stay the rest of the day. If you go home, because you're faking it, you won't go to Smith's. Now, at this point, I was really upset, because it really hurt, and then I went, but I really wanted to go to Smith's. My mum's not horrible, guys, don't worry. So, near the end of the thing, my stomach really hurt. I didn't tell the teacher, but then I sat on the table, and this person named Olivia, who's in my class, I was looking really bad. I looked green. I was green. She told the teacher, she said, James feels really sick. I got sent to the office. I didn't go home because I still was like, no, I'm absolutely fine. Drinking water. I just ended up just drinking water for no reason. I regret drinking water. So I went home, so I went there, and then, that happened. I went from the office, and then it was PE. Ow. I had appendicitis, so I couldn't really handle running about and walking and doing many things like that. I hated running at that point, so I couldn't run. And we were doing coordinating, and you were meant to touch all the cones around the whole field, which is about, the whole playground's about, run around the whole thing, it's about 2 miles. Or a mile run, so I had to do a mile run with my thing. I had to stop halfway there. My PE teacher said that, have you checked the doctor? I said, no, I don't, I think I'm absolutely fine. I ran the whole way, running 200 miles per second, 200 million miles per, I was probably 1 meter per day. So that's really slow. That's I was really slow. I couldn't run, and I eventually did the whole thing. But that's the point where I got home. I got home, and I said, we're going to Smith's. We're slowly going to Smith's. My mum saw me, and I was like that. So she got home. She took off my top. She was seeing where it hurts, because your appendix is here. She was feeling it about there. It really hurts. We took them to the doctors. They suggested a few diseases that I might have got from that. And then I went to the hospital. They diagnosed me with appendicitis. Now, at this point, I was just so torn up. When she told me I got appendicitis, that you're not going to Smith's because you're really sick, I was like, oh, no. I was crying. I wasn't crying because I was hurt. I was just crying because I'm not going to Smith. I didn't care about that. I just care about toys. That's the only thing. Apparently toys make me happy. They don't make me happy. That's what I thought. But no, emotions make me happy. That's a bit of a tough rough moment. But yeah, so she did that. I was really moaning, and then they said, we're gonna cut you open and put you to sleep. Now, what they said, they're gonna have to put me to, they're gonna cut me open. I didn't care about that. I was only afraid because at that I hated going to sleep. I hated going to sleep, and they said they were gonna give me a medicine and then go to sleep. I hated going to sleep, and that's the only thing I was worried about. I was coming up to my mum saying, "Ugh." And I didn't know you can die from appendicitis at that moment. I only knew, like, when I went back to school. But yeah, I was really scared, really worried about going to sleep. They did it. It was like a next day. They did it. But I hated going to sleep. I got put there on the little thing. They didn't even give me the medicine. No, I just fell asleep before then. So they gave me the medicine because if I fell asleep then, I just woke up. They numbed my body. They fell asleep. I fell asleep. And I was actually dreaming. I think I had deja vu because what I did before even that happened, there was a straw. She numbed my arm, the doctor. She put a cast around it. Then she stabbed the straw right into my arm. Yeah, she stabbed my vein. And then she did that. I dreamed there was a massive straw stabbing into me. And then I had nice cow dreams because everyone likes a cow. So she had So I had those dreams. I woke up. And I was only in the hospital for about 2 days, not even a full day. I had some toast. I couldn't eat. I felt so like that. And then by the time they finished the operation, it was like 12 a.m. So like 12 in the afternoon. So I had barely any sleep. But then I ended up getting up about 9. So so I had quite a lot of sleep, about 9 hours of sleep. That's okay. Then I ended up having toast. And then I got told I was going to go in like a little area. I was playing with the dinosaur toys there because I was obsessed with dinosaurs. But my dad was there while I was going into the operation. I keep on forgetting these things. While I was going into the operation thing, my dad, I was really worried, and my dad was there while my mum's friend Sean, she was looking after my two little brothers. She was shattered when she came back. But yeah, my dad, I was really upset because I wasn't going to get anything. My dad said you could spend anything on everything dinosaur, anything you want from there, but keep it under £20. I was going to get the Allosaurus by Papo, but I just decided to get some Collecte figures that broke in the packaging, so I ended up getting more than I was probably going to get. So appendicitis, thank you, you rule. And I'll get to that bit in a moment. But yeah, so I woke up, I got told I'll go in there, this little room, like a guest room. I didn't know it. I was just sitting down there, and then Fred, Albie, and my dad came back. They came back, just walking in, and then I got really, oh, yay! I hugged them all. I was really excited that they were there because I hadn't seen them in like a whole day. And do you mind? Yeah, I'm keeping it comedy, guys. What is my problem? It's meant to be a sad thing, but I came there. They were all eating, so like crisps and like fruit pouches. I ate one fruit pouch and I was like, like that. But I had to spend another night in the hospital. About like then, so they left. I was playing with toys, and then on the night I came back, it was so cool. My brother Fred, Albie was asking like loads of questions. Fred was really upset. I had to stay. So he made this massive bed for me. So we have a sofa. He put a blanket on there, loads of things, and a pillow there. So like this. So I was like curled up, and guess what? I was eating a bowl of meatballs, not a plate, a bowl. Well, no one else was eating. Sorry about the background noise. So I was eating that, and I was having so much fun. It was really nice. But the shame of it is, I couldn't go to. It's kind of a good thing as well. I couldn't go to school for about 2 weeks, or like loads of weeks, and yeah, that's something. That's good. That's good, but then again, you're missing your friends for that long, and you kind of, when you go back to school, you kind of feel like, oh, this again, like all of that. So but actually, what happened? I actually had a decent things when that happened. I had fun days out. I didn't have days out. I just missed it. It got pretty boring until one day. It kind of sucked. I was in the car. My mum was driving, and there just happened to be a guy who got hit by a car on the other side. So I spent about 20 minutes inside the car on my own, and we gave the man a blanket, one of our blankets, and then I guess he kept it. He took it to the hospital. But yeah, he got hit by a car. Pretty interesting, but pretty boring to me. I was just sitting there like, why does this happen to me? What's my problem? So that happened, but yeah. But at that point, I was about to go back to school. So I went back to school, felt pretty okay. Couldn't do like rough play, so about a few weeks not going to break. So if you ever have appendicitis, you don't know, if you feel green, don't use it as an excuse. They can cut you